hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the 177th installment of what I like to call What I Eat Wednesdays, where we take a look at some of the most interesting What I Eat in a Day videos on TikTok. Since last week was Thanksgiving, we're going to be covering some What I Eat in a Day on Thanksgiving videos for this very special episode. From some of the creators that we've covered before in the past. Speaking of Thanksgiving, I recently went to a super fancy Thanksgiving buffet at the Grand Ballroom at the Atlantis Casino. We're going to be taking a look at a little bit of that footage in today's video as well. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
What I eat in a day as a fat girl. For breakfast, I have an egg white spinach wrap from Starbucks with some sriracha. Why is it so hot? I stopped at 7 Brew for an energy
It was like boiling hot.
drink. I have a sugar-free energy with peach, strawberry, coconut, and cold foam. This is a new one for me, so I guess we'll see how this tastes.
For me.
Oh my god. Delicious. 10 out of 10. For lunch,
Peach, strawberry, coconut. Dude, none of that sounds like it goes together at all. Okay. What is with people like stirring the drink so crazily?
delicious.
Delicious.
10 out of 10. For lunch, I have some leftover Thanksgiving. I have mashed
There's the Thanksgiving.
potatoes with gravy, potato casserole, turkey with Slappy Mama seasoning, mac and cheese,
Turkey with Slap Ya Mama seasoning. What is that? Ah, the good old Slap Yo Mama seasoning. I know what that is. No, I don't. What the hell? We're gonna have to look this up. Alright, Slap Yo Mama seasoning is a Cajun seasoning blend from Louisiana.
stuffing, ham, and green bean casserole.
Alright, we got ourselves a classic Thanksgiving type of situation here. Thanksgiving is actually my favorite holiday. The other holidays have too many weird mythical connotations attached to them. Alright, now that is a nice meal, my friend. Alright, got that ham.
I stopped at the gas station for a snack. I got a Diet Dr. Pepper with 0 sugar creamer, and it is so good. And a couple of these Baby Bell cheeses.
I love the way you open those. It's one of the most satisfying product opening experiences ever. Everything should come in some little wax that has a little string that you pull and undo. You know what I mean? I want all my food dipped in wax.
I had a sweet tooth, so I stopped and got a cosmic brownie. She's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous, she says. Okay, if that's blowing your mind, then I can't trust your judgment on the flavor of all that other stuff. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I've had this before and it does not taste good to me. Alright, let's add that cosmic brownie to the list and then take a look at that one and add it up. Alright, you started the day off with an egg white spinach wrap from Starbucks. After that, you had a sugar-free energy drink. And then you had a bunch of leftover Thanksgiving food, which consisted of mashed potatoes with gravy, sweet potato casserole, turkey with Slap Yo Mama seasoning, stuffing, ham, and green bean casserole, which is pretty damn good. After that, you had a Diet Dr. Pepper, and you wrapped up the evening by having a Baby Bell cheese and a cosmic brownie. Alright, after much deliberation, I have come to a decision. I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 10. To increase your score, I would recommend ditching the egg white spinach wrap and the cosmic brownie from that day, I would leave everything else, and then I would add in another home-cooked meal with a heavy focus on protein and all of our food groups covered. That Thanksgiving meal was really dope. We got some turkey, we got some ham in there, we got some mashed potatoes with gravy, we got some green bean casserole. All of our food groups are covered, and they're delicious. That's why I like Thanksgiving. One of the many reasons. Next.
But I eat in a day as a happy fat woman. Thanksgiving leftovers edition. Obviously, you have so much food in your fridge after Thanksgiving. Let's eat.
Yes, you do. You will be making turkey sliders with little Hawaiian rolls for the next several weeks, which is fine. I'm absolutely fine with that. I love that.
Let's eat it, girls.
Let's eat it, girl.
Started off with my homemade quiche. I was really in an egg phase this week, and I watched this really...
You were in an egg phase. All right. I like what I'm seeing here. Okay, you made a quiche. Who doesn't love a good quiche, man?
bad movie on Netflix. Well,
Hold on, you're watching The Merry Gentleman. It had Chad Michael Murray in it, so that's why I tried it. Chad Michael Murray was in it. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for always doing that. And I watched this really bad movie on Netflix while I ate a piece of this, okay? I like to watch Lifetime movies because of how bad they are, and then I laugh at how bad they are. That's one of my favorite pastimes.
I ate a piece of this like caramelized onion and aged truffle cheddar quiche that I made. My
Ooh.
cat loves eggs. I love sharing food with her. I think it's so fun. After doing some...
You think it's so fun? What?
I love sharing food with her. I think it's so fun. After doing some shopping and being out for far too long, I needed to have a full Thanksgiving meal as my lunch.
Yeah, hell yeah, me too.
Thanksgiving Day food is honestly not my favorite. I love stuffing, and that's really the only thing I'm like looking forward to.
I don't like stuffing, and I like everything else. I have never liked stuffing, ever. I've always hated it. I like literally everything else. I don't like the seasoning that's on that bread. Especially, what is the one that everybody used to get back in the day? Stovetop or whatever the hell? Ugh. I don't put stuffing in my turkey. I feel like it sucks all the moisture out of the bird. I knew somebody that stuffed a turkey with pickles once, bro. I swear to God, that was a damn good turkey, though. Honestly. It was very moist. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, dude. That was actually my uncle, bro. He stuffed a turkey with pickles one year. Like I said, though, that was a damn good turkey, man.
But I had fun this year. On the plate today, we've got stuffing. We've got a... mouth is not working fast enough. Roasted butternut squash, mashed potatoes, lemon frances flounder, and
Lemon frances flounder? Oh my gosh, we're getting fancy now.
mashed potatoes, lemon frances flounder,
Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna write flounder.
and a piece of focaccia that my friend made. While I was out shopping, I
Focaccia is a flat, leavened, oven-baked Italian bread. It is similar to a flatbread called pizza bianca in Roman cuisine. Focaccia may be served as a side dish or as a sandwich bread, and it may be round, rectangular, or square in shape. The more you know.
focaccia that my friend made. While I was out shopping, I got a little bag of Cheez-Its, and I couldn't resist. They weren't the best, but like it definitely scratched an itch, and I need a little sweet.
They weren't the best, but they scratched an itch. I'm guessing they tasted exactly like they did last time that you had Cheez-Its. Definitely no surprises there.
Sweet treat. I love Take 5.
Oh, I love Take 5 too, man. It's got so much stuff in there, but it all works. And it's so rich. Oh my god, it's so rich.
One of my favorite Reese's products. I was stuffed for a while, but finally around like 9 o'clock, I decided to have a little bit of mac and cheese. I made the mac and cheese this year, so I put a little breadcrumb topping on it, because you know it's what I do. And little fun fact, that napkin is actually embroidered by my late grandmother. I
Alright, we had some mac and cheese with breadcrumbs on top.
love them. My husband decided to leave a very small portion of a brown butter cookie from Whole Foods for me, and so I had a little treat.
A brown butter cookie. I have never heard of that. Sounds delicious. Let's take a look at that one and add it up. Alright, so you started the day off with a quiche that you made yourself that looked very delicious. After that, you had some stuffing, and then you had some butternut squash and mashed potatoes. After that, you had some flounder and some focaccia, and then you had some Cheez-Its and a Take 5. Further on into the evening, you had some mac and cheese, and you wrapped up the evening by having a brown butter cookie. Alright, after much deliberation, I have come to a decision. I'm gonna give this one a 3 out of 10. To increase your score, I recommend getting rid of the stuffing, just because I hate stuffing. Get that out of here. I like the quiche. I would get rid of the stuffing. I would keep the butternut squash and the mashed potatoes and the flounder. I would get rid of the focaccia, the Cheez-Its, the Take 5, and the mac and cheese, and the brown butter cookie. And I would add in another home-cooked meal with a heavy focus on protein, similar to that quiche or the flounder, that has all of your food groups covered. Next.
A fat girl eats in a day, Thanksgiving edition.
What a fat girl eats in a day. What a fat girl eats in a day.
Thanksgiving today in Canada, so I'm starting the day off at Tim Hortons, and I had to get everything they had pumpkin
You're in Canada.
spice, which is the pumpkin spice ice cap, which is the iced cappuccino.
I don't know if she moved there or she's just visiting or whatever. But it's Thanksgiving in Canada. They have a different one than we do that's celebrated on a different day. Canadian Thanksgiving is a harvest festival celebrated on the second Monday of October, and it has roots in both European and Indigenous traditions of giving thanks for a bountiful harvest and safe journeys. Unlike the US holiday, which takes place in late November, Canadian Thanksgiving is earlier in the season, allowing for celebrations during earlier harvest and cooler weather. Celebrations include family gatherings, feasts, and often a long weekend for outdoor activities with no major shopping event like American Black Friday.
Tim Hortons, and I had to get...
Oh yeah, by the way, recently I said something about Tim Hortons and going there for burgers or something, and people informed me that it's actually like a coffee joint, so that didn't make any sense when I said that.
Everything they had pumpkin spice, which is the pumpkin spice ice cap, which is the iced cappuccino. Guys, these are my favourite. And I got a pumpkin spice muffin, and inside was like this cream.
Oh my gosh, we're getting pumpkin spice everything. And there's cream cheese in that muffin, and it's pumpkin spice flavored. That sounds dank, son. God, that sounds good.
Cheese, pumpkin frosting stuff.
Oh my god. Tim Hortons, what are you doing over there? God.
Frosting stuff, absolutely banging. Tell me where your favourite full menu items are, because I haven't really seen many this year. Like, normally there's loads, but I haven't found that many. I live
Who the hell's this guy now?
in Canada on my own, so Troy invited me over to his family Thanksgiving.
What the heck? Okay, so we're eating bread.
I haven't really seen many this year. Like, normally there's loads, but I haven't...
He's eating bread. We're like staring at each other, eating bread together. This is a very bizarre scene.
As you know, I live in...
I want the camera to just go back and forth between him eating bread, staring at her, and then her eating bread, staring at him, all romantic like. We're having a very tender moment right here.
Canada on my own, so Troy invited me over to his family Thanksgiving, and they had a huge Italian one. Loads, but I haven't found that many. As you know, I live in Canada on my own.
Her voiceovers are often difficult to understand because one sentence will start running over the top of a previous sentence and you don't hear what she said in the first one. Listen.
Shit, like normally there's loads, but I haven't found that many. As you know, I live in Canada on my own.
A moment ago, she started to say something was 10 out of 10, but as soon as she said 10, then another bit of her speech came and spoke over the top of that. Watch. She starts to say that it's a 10 out of 10, but then some other speech from her comes in and interrupts it. Listen.
Pumpkin frosting stuff, absolutely banging. Tell me where your favourite full...
Absolutely banging. 10, and then it just cuts off and just starts saying something else.
Full menu items are, because I haven't really seen many this year. Like, normally there's loads, but I haven't found that many. As you know, I live in Canada on my own, so Troy invited me...
As you know, I live in Canada on my own, she said. Okay.
So Troy invited me over to his family Thanksgiving, and they had a huge Italian one. We started off with this fresh bread that was absolutely banging, guys. Fresh bread is so delicious. It feels like eating a cloud with butter on as well. Oh my god, loads of butter. Can you believe Troy's mum literally stayed up until 2 a.m. making these tiny little meatballs to go in the Italian wedding soup? It's
all right, some Italian wedding soup.
so delicious.
We've got some chicken drumsticks and some sausage here.
Then I literally had a plate of meat and these roasted red peppers and...
You had a plate of meat. To be more specific, it looks like chicken and sausages. It's funny to just say meat.
I literally had a plate of meat and these roasted red peppers and arancini, guys. I'm obsessed.
Arancini. Let me Try to look that up. Arancini are Italian rice balls that are stuffed, coated with breadcrumbs, and deep fried. They are a staple of Sicilian cuisine. Oh, okay.
Obsessed with arancini, and look how cheesy this was. The cheese pull was insane.
Oh, there's cheese in that. That does look delicious.
At this point, I was already very, very full, but Liz brought out a tray of lasagna, and I can't say no, so I had to have a big slice of this, guys. Absolutely stunning. She
It is stunning.
handmade all of the lasagna sheets as well. Like, all of this pasta is fresh. Not gonna lie, it wasn't long after lasagna that Liz brought out the pizzelles, I believe they're called, and they're like vanilla biscuits. They're absolutely stunning with a glass of espresso.
Those are also stunning. They're what? Like vanilla biscuits?
And they're like vanilla biscuits. They're absolutely stunning with a glass of espresso. I physically couldn't eat anymore, so I took the tiramisu home with me and then got
Oh man, some tiramisu. Oh man, I love that.
into bed and ate it with a spoon, and it was so nice.
You went to bed and ate it with a spoon? You're eating this in your bed? A little bit of bed tiramisu? That's the way I like to eat it. It's not the same if you eat it at the table. I think we all know that. We can all agree on that. Tiramisu must be enjoyed from your bed.
With me and then got into bed and ate it with a spoon, and it was so nice. That's what it was so nice. That's all I ate today. If you like this video, follow me for more.
Alright, and then she wrapped up the day by having some tiramisu in bed, as you do. Let's take a look at that one and add it up. Alright, so you started the day off at Tim Hortons. You had yourself a pumpkin spice iced cappuccino, as well as a pumpkin spice muffin with cream cheese. After that, you had some bread and butter and some Italian wedding soup. And then you had some chicken and sausage, and some roasted red peppers with arancini. Then you had some lasagna. After that, you had some vanilla biscuits. And you wrapped up the evening by having an espresso and then a tiramisu in bed. As you do. Alright, after much deliberation, I have come to a decision. I'm gonna give this one a 3 out of 10. To increase your score, I recommend ditching the pumpkin spice iced cappuccino as well as the pumpkin spice muffin with cream cheese. I would keep most of the things from that Thanksgiving day. I would keep the bread and butter, the Italian wedding soup, the chicken, sausage, roasted red peppers. I would ditch the arancini, the lasagna, the vanilla biscuits, and the tiramisu in bed. And I would toss in another simple home-cooked meal with all of our food groups covered into this day. Like I said, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. It's good to see what everybody ate. People are eating all different types of interesting stuff. That last one was very interesting. Lasagna at Thanksgiving? Oh my god, now we're getting next level. Now we're going to be taking a look at my Thanksgiving. Welcome to the Thanksgiving buffet at the Grand Ballroom at the Atlantis. Let's check it out. They've got every side you can think of, as well as a bunch of other fancy food. Beef Wellington, duck, crab legs, lamb, chicken cordon bleu, ham, prime rib, turkey, etc. Bread tower. Gluten-free.
Plenty of crackers.
Lobster mac and cheese, fried shrimp.
I forgot him last. Thank you very much.
Wellies. Wellies for days, son. Let's try this.
Braised short rib, chicken cordon bleu, mashed potatoes and gravy, sweet potatoes.
The braised short ribs are really good. Now I'm gonna try the chicken cordon bleu. Sweet potatoes. Man, those sweet potatoes are good.
The craziest dessert you've ever seen. By the way, I ate more plates of actual food before I got to the dessert. I just forgot to film it. Let's see if this is filled with anything.
There's like cherry filling in there. That's crazy good, man. Time to get old school with an eclair. A fruit tart. This is not a hand food in the slightest. You're supposed to eat this with a fork. I got some crazy ass desserts over there. Oh, it's so rich. I'm having a mentee bee. Macarons, some of my favorite. That's the dang shit, son. God, I'm getting diet in real time. Oh. Okay. God, so much sugar. All right, here we go. Delicious. Enough. Get it away from me.
So what do you think of my scores? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.